folks, welcome to this episode of The Average Joe. I am in Newburgh, New York, currently outside of Stewart International Airport. There's going to be an emergency landing happening here in a few minutes. Apparently, a famous music artist named Post Malone, I'm not familiar with who that is, I think he's a rap artist, I'm not sure, took off from Teterboro Airport this morning with his private plane, the Gulfstream, and 16 of his entourage to go to England. And upon takeoff from Teterboro, the airplane blew a quote-unquote number of tires. So they've been circling over the state of Massachusetts and Connecticut for the past 4 hours to burn off fuel in preparation for a potential crash landing. Stewart is the airport they chose to land at due to its proximity to where the plane is burning off fuel and its big cushy runways. So there's a number of us sitting outside of Stewart Airport here waiting for the plane to land, and we're going to see what happens here. If we don't get kicked out, we'll try to stick here and film as much as we can and film the emergency landing of Post Malone's Gulfstream jet, which was on its way to England, but had a number of tires blow out on takeoff from Teterboro in New Jersey, and now they're making an emergency landing here in Newburgh, New York. So we'll be back within a few minutes when we hear the status of the plane. You can see over there, emergency crews are beginning to line up on the runway. The fire trucks are out. I've been listening to police scanner, and they're calling all the different ambulance crews from the neighboring neighboring towns to report to the airport here. So, still no word on where the plane is, how far out. I did look, and it was over the Connecticut-New York border about 5 or 10 minutes ago. So I'm assuming it should be here shortly. Well, unfortunately, the state police came through and chased us away before the plane got here. So now I'm driving down to try to get a spot, maybe at the Walmart at least, or the Adams, so I won't be able to see it on the runway, unfortunately. Maybe I can at least see it coming in. And then I'll come back up 17K and see if I see anything happening. So I'll be back with you in a few minutes here. Okay, so I'm now in the parking lot of our local Lowe's, which is right in the flight path for that runway. So now at least I might not be able to see it touch down on the runway, but I'll at least see it come overhead, and then as soon as I see it come overhead, I can get going and go up 17K and see if I see is it on the runway after the fact. I just won't be able to stop because they did not like us parked there, which I don't get. We parked there before when like Air Force One comes in, other stuff comes in, unless you just feel really afraid of some sort of danger happening if this plane does have an issue when it lands. So I get that, but all right, so I'll be back when we see the plane coming in. Okay, so there's more activity. There's a helicopter circling over Stewart Airport up there right now. And there's a lot of police patrol car activity on the roads. I'm assuming we're getting close. That's to the east. That's Mount Beacon looking towards Connecticut and Massachusetts. And that's the direction the plane is coming from. It's been circling Massachusetts for almost 4 hours now, burning off fuel. So let's see. Okay, here comes Post Malone's plane now, the Gulfstream, which has the blown tires. I can't see much from here. We'll take a look at this later. Oh, you know, believe it or not, I think I can see tires either missing or not the right shape on the left-hand side of that plane. So he's going to be landing a little crooked, that's for sure. I definitely see blown tires on the left side. All right, I'm going to head up 17K now and see what we see. Airport up here on the left. I'm not sure what we'll see. They're not going to let me stop, I'm sure, but we'll go as slow as we can and we'll just point the camera in that direction and see what we get. Picture up here a little ways. All right, there we go. You can see all the emergency crews out there on the runway. plane. I can't tell where the plane exactly is, but I see all the ambulances and crews out there. We'll head down towards the post office as well and see what we see down that way. Apparently a lot of Post Malone fans. A lot of people on the sides of the street. Police officers down here, so I'm going to not be filming. That's a better picture. Alright, there's not much to see, so that's really all I've got. I'm not going to go to the post office. The post office is too far down the runway to see anything. Well, at least we got them flying overhead.